Today, Jupiter, the sign of benevolence and abundance and expansion and wisdom, moves from Gemini, a very mental sign, into the sign of Cancer, which is one that's very emotional and watery and is very nurturing and really reminds us to take care of ourselves and to be in a place of comfort and ease as we are really integrating all the things that we learned from the cycle of Jupiter in Gemini. So Jupiter stays in a sign for about 1 year. So Jupiter will be in the sign of Cancer until the end of June of 2026. So we have this opportunity right now to learn how to better expand our ability to care for ourselves, to love, to bring that mothering and that nurturing to our own experience and learn and grow from that as well. Jupiter expands whatever Jupiter touches. So this is a really awesome opportunity to really get clear on what it is that you would like to lay the groundwork for this year. And a really beautiful way to do that, especially since Jupiter is moving into the water sign of Cancer, is to charge up some water. So would you like to do a ritual with me to expand your level of comfort and your abundance for this coming year? All you need is a glass of water. Pure water, clean water is ideal. So something that you would drink and something that you'll be using later throughout the year. A pen, a piece of paper. And then I love bringing crystals into almost every ritual that I do. So with me right now, I have a crystal in the shape of a heart because this is very much the energy that I am bringing into this year. And then I also love to bring flowers into the mix. I'm unable to have any live flowers, but I did use my Lotus Way Flower Evolution card deck, and the yarrow flower is the flower that showed up for this particular ritual. And yarrow is a flower of bringing in vitality through clearing out what is no longer beneficial. So it's almost like a detox. And then once you clear and make way and make some space, then you can bring in some vitality. And this really helps bring in this energy of clarity of mind. So all of the ideas and thoughts that you had in the last year while Jupiter was in Gemini maybe weren't completely clear, and now there's a clarity and there's also an anchoring in of that for you for this coming year. So it's almost like taking the ideas and integrating them into your body, into your emotional experience. So this is super simple. Basically, you take your piece of paper and you connect with your heart. This is very much about the heart, that very loving energy of yourself. And on the paper, write down words that are meaningful to you, words that you would like to carry through this year. So I already started writing mine: love, connection, peace, comfort. Those are some of the words. I'm going to continue to write some more on this paper. And I don't have colored pens. I'm in the midst of a move, so those are packed away. So I love using blue, or you could use purple. Use a color instead of black if you can. And the reason is that color evokes a specific energy and intention. Blue is my favorite color. Blue has to do with communication. It's the throat chakra. I love using blue a lot. Purple is also really great. That connects with the crown chakra and the third eye. And so that's another really great way of bringing some color into what you are creating and your intentions as well. So you take the paper. I'm going to place my crystal next to it, as well as the flower card, and then placing the water on top of the paper and creating a little, I guess what you would say, just like a little sacred space where the water, the intentions of the words and the energy that I'm bringing into this time period is infused into the water. So you can leave it there for a few hours, a few days, whatever makes sense to you, whatever feels good to you. I'm going to probably leave it there till tomorrow morning. And then that water is now infused, and I can use this in rituals going forward. I can take a little bit of it and you can drink it. You can put some in your bath. And there is work by Veda Austin where she shows how there is energy and messages and information that is held in water. I will drop a link to some of her work below. And I've actually, for quite a few months now, since I moved, I've gotten somewhat out of the habit of it, but being able to see messages from the water is really pretty cool. I don't want to get too lost in the sauce on that, but just know that even though this may not be a super large glass, you can use as much or as little as you want. Know that you can take literally a drop of this water and put it into a glass or a pitcher of water, and it's going to be able to take that information and infuse that entire container or vessel of water with that energy. So you can, this glass could last the entire year, no problem. So just know it doesn't have to be some huge container that you have to make work. This water can continue to infuse water for the remainder of the year. And so some ways you can use it, like I said, you can drink it, you can put it into a spray bottle with maybe some essential oils and spray it around. I love doing that. You can use it in the bathtub. You can use it for, anything that feels really sacred and important to you. Bring it into that ritual. If there's a ritual that requires water, you can take some of this water and use that as a symbol of the water element as well. Lots of ways to utilize it, but it's a really potent time, a really powerful time that you can optimize right now. And I wish you a beautiful start to this Jupiter shift into Cancer, where you are learning how to nourish and nurture and care and love for yourself in a whole new way. And you've got the wind of Jupiter beneath your wings that's helping you along that process. So if you find this helpful and you end up doing the water ritual and charging your water, please let me know. Share maybe the words that you used on your charging sheet so that others may be inspired by that. And there's no time limit on this. So just because today is the first day that Jupiter is moving into Cancer doesn't mean that you can't do this at any point during this time period. Time is very fluid, very amorphous. So just whenever you're called, whenever you see this video, whenever you feel inspired, go for it, do it. Because remember, we learn from one another.